Legacy Maker, the All Sports Network.
Rebecca, how are you?
Great. And yourself?
I'm doing good, thank you.
I'm glad to hear it. Well, just as a reminder, this is Becca Cottingham Quimby. I have a new last name since we last spoke with Legacy Maker Sports Network. And we're excited to be back at Richmond racing. And I see that we have 2 daytime races coming this weekend. Are we all excited about racing in daylight?
We are, yeah. It's just great to have NASCAR back for this April weekend, especially given what we've gone through the last 2 years with this race weekend, obviously through the pandemic and everything. So excited to be back, and I'm looking forward to it, and really a triple header weekend because we got racing on Friday night with the Whelen Modified Tour. So 3 great races, and then a lot for fans to see and do throughout this race weekend.
Absolutely. And I know Richmond always does amazing things for the fans. So let's talk about what the fans have option-wise. I know I was perusing the website a little bit, and the fan grounds are open. So what are fans going to have in the fan grounds open this weekend? I know that things have been a little closed off because of COVID beforehand. I know some of the COVID protocols have been a little relaxed. With that COVID protocol being a little relaxed, what is Richmond's response to that?
Well, it's going to feel like old times, that's for sure here, and we're excited about that. So I think a couple ways to look at everything we have lined up for the fans. So if you start outside the track on the midway, we're going to have a couple stages out there. We'll have a ton of driver appearances, driver Q&As, a lot of music, a lot of cover bands from the area playing this weekend, different entertainment options for the fans to see and do. We got to bring in our kids zone back for this weekend so we can engage with the younger fans and keep them entertained as well. So that's a big part of starting your race day out on the midway. And then the infield fan grounds is open. People can add that to their ticket, and then the opportunity to come down here on Saturday and Sunday and see the cars up close, see the teams working on the cars. We're going to have another stage down here in the midway, and then more driver appearances on the stage here in the infield fan grounds. So really it is about keeping these fans entertained from the time they get on the property to the time they leave.
Awesome. I'm so excited to hear that. Trying to talk my hubby into coming now. Like, honey, there's tickets still available.
Last name, so now he needs to come and experience NASCAR.
I know. I got him into Martinsville. So he experienced Martinsville. So now I think I need to get him into Richmond, because Richmond's a whole different experience. Whole completely different experience when it comes to NASCAR. And speaking of the wonderful things that Richmond does to give back to the community. I know that Richmond did a lot of wonderful things for COVID and giving back to the community. With us, kind of going back again from the COVID, what things is the Richmond Raceway doing to give back to the community currently?
Well, one of the things that we really love to do is work through our foundation, Richmond Raceway Cares. We do a number of fundraisers throughout the year to build up the funds in Richmond Raceway Cares, and then at the end of the year, we find a number of nonprofits to donate that money back to. So we're actually doing one of those on Race Week, Track Laps for Charity, where you can bring your own car out and drive it around the racetrack for $20, and that benefits Richmond Raceway Cares, but it also benefits the Henrico Firefighters Foundation. So we partnered up with a nonprofit on that, and we split the proceeds to support our firefighters here in our community. So that's one of the things we're really proud of is, the opportunity to give back financially. And we work very closely with Henrico Police Athletic League. We do we support their turkeys giveaways over Thanksgiving, where we select, I think it's like 15 families that they have that we do Thanksgiving meals for. So we always try to find opportunities like that to partner with nonprofits and give back the best we can.
That's wonderful. I'm glad that I'll be able to tell all my viewers on Monster Minutes about the different ways that Richmond Raceway gives back, and definitely encourage them to get out there and pay the $20 and, put their car on the Richmond racetrack. And maybe I'll even tell my husband, hey, we need to put our car on the Richmond racetrack and pay that $20.
There you
so
go.
that we
I'll
can
enjoy that.
I know. I think I'll even enjoy that. So that way, we're doing our part as well as to give back to the community, because that's something near and dear to the Legacy Maker Sports Network community, is giving back to our neighboring communities, whether it's Henrico, Chesterfield, and anywhere in our local community. So it's wonderful to hear that. Getting back to the NASCAR, I know that we're, in the daylight. We had the new next-gen car. How do you think the next-gen car, Dennis, is going to play? I know with the old car, we didn't have nearly as many cautions. We saw cautions like crazy with the new car. How do you think it's going to do with Richmond?
Well, I think there's some unpredictability, that's for sure. So I think we've seen some really good racing to this point on a really a variety of different racetracks. So, and then obviously something completely new with this car coming to a short track finally. So I think you're going to see a lot more of that unpredictability when they get here. And to your point, I think maybe we're going to see some of that old school Richmond racing again, where, you got to lean on somebody when you're going through the turns to try to get through the turns and grab up some of that really important real estate that you have to have here to be able to make a pass or set somebody up to make a pass. So excited, looking forward to seeing how the car races here for sure. We were the first track that the next gen car went to when they did a shakedown for the first time, and we've had a couple other tests with the next gen car. So just excited to see what it's going to do this weekend, and certainly this track races differently during the day than it does at night. And it gets a little slippery out there when the sun's out. If the sun's going in and out of clouds, the track conditions will change. So again, I think all that will add to the unpredictability of the race this weekend.
Yes, and that definitely makes for an exciting race for the fans, and will keep everybody on the edge of their seats. And I think that's one of the wonderful things about NASCAR. So we've had some very unpredictable races, definitely some new winners, and things that we didn't see in the past. And
yeah, no doubt. And you referenced the new winners. These young drivers, the young talent in NASCAR is absolutely amazing, and they're really, really showing themselves right now. I mean, they're grabbing these checkered flags, through these first 6 races of the season. It's pretty remarkable. I think some of these veteran drivers are getting a little nervous right now because the time is slipping away, and we the regular season's 26 races, and we'll have 6 races down, and it won't be long until we're getting ready for the playoffs. Time is moving quickly, and again, some of these drivers the names that we're used to calling out as race winners, they haven't found victory lane yet.
I know we've always, up until I think this year, it's kind of been like win and you get into the playoffs. And I think this year it's not going to be win and you get in. I think this year it's going to be win and then you're going to have to win again to get, those playoff points, or secure some playoff points by winning stages or something along those lines with the unpredictability of drivers under 30 winning at the rate we're going.
Yeah, no question. I mean, just when you look at, a rookie winning the Daytona 500, that's an Austin Cindric. It's remarkable what he was able to do. And then, some of these other drivers following up, Ross Chastain this past weekend. So I'm excited for these young guys. They work so hard, just like everybody does in this sport. And, but man, just to see them grabbing these checker flags early in the season, it's going to make for a fun stretch of races to watch, from Richmond on as we, point towards the end of the season.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see where we are at Richmond afterwards. And then even when we pull back into Richmond later this year, to see how far we've come, see where we're at, and see how many more additional either new winners or how many additional under 30 have actually, grabbed that checker flag.
Yeah, I think all of our winners to this point have been under the age of 30. So
yeah,
it's fun to see. And, and these young drivers are building a fan base too. So it's important for them to continue to get out and meet the fans and build their fan base.
And I think that's one of the great things that Richmond's going to provide this weekend is another touch base for them to continue to build that fan base, which is wonderful.
Yeah, no question. That's part of, our job as promoters is to, make these authentic connections between the drivers and the fans that, love the sport and come watch them compete.
Well, and to make family memories as well. So
absolutely.
Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate your time today, and we appreciate being welcome back to Richmond.
Yeah, thanks. Look forward to having you out and appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.